So my name is Jamie McCarthy Fisher. I'm based in Kinsale in County Cork. I'm Managing Director of the Wild Goose Studio. The Wild Goose Studio was started by my father-in-law Brian Scott McCarthy back in 1969 here in Kinsale. He worked with a friend of his called Kathleen Smith, and he was the ideas man and she was the artist. They were both very interested in arts and crafts and wanted to have a company which would work in that field. So when they started out, they were making pretty much direct copies of Irish high crosses, old artifacts from around the country, and reproducing them very, very precisely, almost as a museum piece. Alongside the very successful range of products that we had developed specifically aimed at the tourist market in Ireland, we started to develop some ideas which would appeal more to contemporary domestic buyers in Ireland. So we came up with the idea of representing some of the old images that we had, giving them fresh meaning and putting them in a contemporary context. For instance, there's a beautiful image of St. Brendan with his monks rowing across to America, which stands on a pillar stone in Bantry. And we looked at that piece and decided that that could speak to us now if we gave it a new title, which was Strength in Unity. And so the idea of the monks all pulling together to create something which was stronger than the sum of its parts. So I work on the creation of new ideas for pieces for the company, and we can come at new pieces through two different ways. One way is that we will come up with a title for a piece and an idea for the piece which is well thought out, and we've worked it all out in advance, and then we go looking through all the images from the past for a relevant picture which will go with that idea, and then we marry the two together. The other way is that we will come up with a very nice image which we're very happy with, and then we will look at that image and work out what that image says to us and work on the idea and come up with the relevant title for that piece. Once I'm happy with the idea and the image that goes with it, I work with an artist. I'll select a particular artist to work with. We've worked with many artists over the years, like Ken Thompson, Tom Little. Brian used to work fairly exclusively with Kathleen. And I will give the artist the image that we are happy with. The artist may return with a sketch or go straight to the creation of the piece. Once this piece comes back to us, it's the original that we have, we can then make a mould from it, and from that mould we can start our process of production. This involves metal powders like bronze or cast iron and a cold cast pouring. Once the piece is set and is hard, it looks very dull. So the magic of what we do is with the polisher. Wild Goose pieces have travelled far and wide. They've obviously been taken over to America a lot. They've been in Australia and New Zealand. It's a very wonderful thing to know that they're hanging on walls all around the world.